Well, it was a chilly one here this morning as we had very cold temperatures. Winds didn't really help with that, as we did have wind chills that made it feel more like we were into the teens this morning. Temperatures got down to the upper 20s in many spots, into the low 20s in portions like the Canyon County area and out in Ontario. But as we take a look outside, we are still seeing some clouds. We are going to see a little bit more of some of those hazier conditions. That's really going to start to develop a little bit more through the rest of this afternoon as we start to see a little bit more of the sunshine. And again, we'll continue with some of the lighter winds. And because of these calm conditions, we have stagnant air that it's really going to continue, and that's what's going to trap a lot of the air pollutants. And the big cause for concern is that it could diminish air quality just a little bit here into the next couple of days. So we could start to see that impact people that are a little bit more sensitive to some of the air pollutants that are in the air, as we could drop down to more of a yellow or moderate category in terms of air quality. And that is why we have an air stagnation advisory. So we're seeing a good chunk of southeast Oregon. We're going to see most of the Treasure Valley, portions of the western Magic Valley, and even out into the west central mountains. We could see some of that really start to stay pretty stagnant, which could cause some fog through the next couple of mornings. But with some of the dry air, it doesn't look likely that we'll see a lot of it develop and get really dense into the next couple of mornings. But there's a chance in some areas where we've seen some of that precipitation the past couple of days, where we could see some of that fog really start to stick around. But this is going to be the picture, and this is going to be the view that we're going to get through the next couple of days, as this ridge of high pressure will continue to strengthen, and that will continue all the way through the middle of the week. That's why we're not expecting to see much precipitation in through the next couple of days. But it's not until Thursday, as we ring in 2027, that we'll start to see a little bit more of that precipitation. So that'll come along as valley rain, and some mountain spots could see some rain, as those high snow levels will continue there above 7,000 feet. So it's going to be some of the higher peaks that are expecting to see a little bit more of that snow. And as we fast forward here through this future cast, the only thing we're going to be talking about is some of these temperatures, as we'll stick around those upper 20s here through tomorrow morning. We're going to continue to see much more of those colder temperatures. But as we fast forward through the afternoon, you'll start to notice that temperatures don't really change too much and aren't really that much different from some of the temperatures we're going to be seeing down in the valleys. But that'll start to change as we start to see a little bit more of the active weather start as we head towards Thursday, which will be January 1st right there. We're also expecting to see a chance of some snow in portions of the Magic Valley. That'll be very quick. We're expecting that to change into rain as we get towards the rest of the morning, heading into the afternoon, and then heading into the evening, we'll start to see that the Treasure Valley will get a little bit more of that rain, and more of that is to come as we get towards Friday, Saturday, and heading into Sunday as well. So let's take a look at that 7-day forecast, as we're going to see those temperatures gradually start to warm up into the mid-40s. We'll continue with those very cold temperatures into the upper 30s there through Thursday, and again, we stay pretty active all the way through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we'll have more on the news at noon right after this.